Hi there, my name is Lara Wellman and I'm really excited to be teaching 2 workshops during Fall into Fibre 2 this September. I have been hooking for about 6 years, and what I primarily hook are landscapes, and sometimes really big landscapes. Trees like this really big one, and there's another one up there, and that's what I really like doing. But I can't do that all the time. Sometimes I need projects that are short and sweet, little palette cleansers, so to speak. So there are 2 main things that I love to do as those palette cleansers. And those are the 2 things that I'm teaching at Fall into Fibre 2 this September. One is abstracts, and the other one are mini landscapes. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about both of those and what you can expect if you take the workshop. So first, for the abstracts, I love to take roving and different colors and buttons and just put texture and create these really nice, easy pieces. Sometimes though, I'll do color blocks, and sometimes I'll even add in other items. This has a big piece of pottery on it. And I will say this one I made specifically for this purpose, so I had pre-made holes in it, but you can really add anything that you can put, that you can sew on. So if it's too smooth to sew on, it might be difficult, but otherwise you can put so many things into pieces. So there's another example. So what are we going to do in this workshop? We're going to talk about the different kinds of materials that you can use. We're going to talk about how to think about how you're going to place your colors so that it looks a way that you're going to find appealing. And we're going to talk about the ways that you can embellish with different items. It's a 3-hour workshop. We're going to have fun talking through all the parts of that. And hopefully you'll be inspired to go and make yourself some abstract pieces that don't necessarily take as long to make as a lot of other hookings, especially if you're pulling big amounts of like roving through, like that can go pretty quickly. And it's just a nice, easy, different thing to do. The other thing I like to do are mini landscapes. And this is, I usually turn them into magnets or pins. They make really great gifts. If you ever are selling your work, they are an easy buy for people compared to bigger pieces. And so I tend to sell quite a bit when I'm out. People are admiring the bigger pieces, but they'll easily pick up the smaller pieces. So up here, I have all kinds of landscapes. Here's one with a little river and flowers. There's one with boats, and I do them in all kinds of different shapes and sizes. And what we're going to talk about during this 3-hour workshop is the design. So how do you create simple designs? If you haven't designed your own pieces before, this is a really good starting place because it's low commitment, right? The amount of time you're going to spend hooking these is not weeks. So it's okay to play around. It's okay if it doesn't work out. So if you haven't designed your own pieces, this is a really good place to start. But even if you have, we're going to just talk about the different simple ways, because you do need to really simplify a design to make it this small. And then how I back them so that they stay together, the things that I use to turn them into magnets and pins. In this one, we'll talk about using glue. So if you never want to use glue on a piece, this one might not be your cup of tea, but we're going to use different kinds of glue for different parts of the process, some of which goes right up onto the rug. And at the end, you'll have these little mini landscapes. And like I said, perfect gifts, easy things to sell, nice little palette cleansers. So those are the two workshops that I am teaching at Fall into Fibre. The two dates that I'm teaching, it's Mini Landscapes, is on Monday, September 28th at 3 p.m. Newfoundland time, 1:30 Eastern. The abstracts is September 21st at 11 a.m. Newfoundland, 9:30 Eastern. All you need to know how to do to be ready to take these workshops is to know how to pull some loops. To sign up, you just need to email fallintofibre2@gmail.com. I'll put that information in the video description. I hope to see some of you there. We're going to have a lot of fun exploring, creating, experimenting.